All right, so last time I knitted only half of the 7th row, and now I'm going to finish it. So this is the, as you can see, 2500, and this is the middle stitch. This is going to be probably my last live this year. Okay. Why are you laughing? Okay. Husband is laughing at his phone. Very funny, very funny. All right. So yeah, this is probably last live this year. I don't think I will have the time to but I will, of course, obviously continue next year. So today is 28. I'll put something. I forgot to open my something to watch, and then I will clock in. Okay, so 12:14. So last row was less than 2 hours, so hopefully I can manage to do this one also under 2. It's stuck. And like always, hi, if anyone has questions about this project or knitting or whatever, I try to keep an eye on the chat so that I can answer. Sometimes I talk for a long time, and sometimes I stay mostly quiet, so it really depends on basically on the chat. So if there's anything if I have anything to say, then I say it, but if I don't, then I usually don't. So let's see how today will be. Hi, everyone is saying hi. Since I am knitting Estonian lace, to be even more yeah, the modern Estonian lace. So that's also my heritage, and that's where I'm from. Remaking. This is going to be very big shawl, and nothing wearable, just to make something that is kind of insane, but it's made same way I would make my normal triangle shawls, so which are usually 400 to 500 stitches casted on. Here I have 5,000. This is like one of the halves. The second half is on the other side, and obviously usually shawls are like, I would say, between 40 and 60 hours, but this will be thousands. So, but everything else is the same, so I am using the same needles like always, and the yarn is 1500 meters per 100 grams, so this is my preferred yarn for making shawls, although I sometimes use thicker and also thinner yarns, but this is my go-to yarn. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, but yeah, it's not that I'm bored, but it's I don't know, maybe some of you might know, you get obsessed with the project, and oh, thank you, and then it's like not possible to move on. So even after making the pattern, which took me also I would not be totally sure how many hours, because it was not only the choosing of the patterns from my previous published patterns and putting everything together, but also the calculations and the preparation. But it was, I would say, definitely many of tens of hours of work that went into just the pattern, and then I had to be really patient and wait for the time when I will have the time and everything. I also had to buy some of the yarn to just start. Could not, it's it's like almost 10 kilograms, so it's not like I have a lot of it would be quite, yeah, it costs quite a lot, so it's not like I have that money laying around just to buy yarn, and especially since I will not need most of it right away, and also the space. Even the yarn that I bought for the first part, it was a few kilograms, so it's yeah, I decided I will just buy part of it, and then at some point I will just get more when it's, when I have the time or want to do that. You mean this, or what did I sell? This will take me, I'm estimating, maybe a decade to finish. Hopefully less. It depends. If I work full time and have a job and a family and stuff, so then it's not like I can just knit every day. And if I would, of course, if I would not knit live, then it would be easier to, half an hour here, an hour there, but with knitting live it's a bit more planning, and so I cannot just do it anytime like I would usually knit my other projects. I think I have to move the stitches. Running out of space now. So, oops. The needle is, or the stitches on my needles are now they're heavy enough that they actually pull, so I have to keep part of them on this side of the you can see I have it like on my side so that my needles are not pulled when I'm knitting. Oh, thank you. uh, I think knitting is just in my, genes. It's my grandmother knitted, and of course it helped that I grew up in Estonia, so we have a lot of amazing lace knitters there, and one who is quite, I would say, famous in her craft lived in the same area that I, so I had some good inspiration, and yeah, I think not that I think, but I was still underage when I started knitting lace, but it wasn't, of course, this kind of lace yet. But I've been knitting for a very long time, and just over the time figured out what I like and what I'm good at, and I'm just going with it basically. Nothing else is with this I'm just always thinking about it basically. Yesterday I could not sleep again because I was thinking about the shawls. I had my 2 days in a row I took some photos of the shawl. So one day I did them on the ground on the black background, and yesterday I did the photographs on the mannequin and also the videos. So and this, I just could not turn my brain off. I was thinking about which shawls I should reblock and re-photograph again, and maybe some patterns would be better if I use some different yarn, reknit them, and update the pattern. So it's sometimes difficult to sleep, but yeah, I have like more than 100 patterns published, so, and if I want to have them all updated, it will take a bit of time. But I was thinking about yesterday that I think I want to start with something besides this, so that I also have something to do in the evenings, because obviously knitting like few hours, you like you see, this was less than 2, a little bit. you know, it's like I'm barely knitting, so I think it would be good to have one more project, and you know, that project is like 40-50 hours anyway, so slowly in the evenings I would be able to do it, and then at one point again just block few of them, photograph, and repeat and repeat. And so yeah, but the knitting is the most fun part for me. Definitely not fun. Photographing is actually was quite okay also, but now I have to also, you know, sort the pictures, make some edits, put everything, you know, together, choose the pictures for Etsy and Ravelry and so on. So this is not my favorite part, but it also has to be done at one point. So sometimes there's more to it than just, you know, the fun stuff, which is knitting, and this is the most fun, of course. And yeah, we have to also do the other stuff, like it or not. Oh, I'm waiting for the time when, you know, it will not twist like that anymore, because there's, you know, enough on the needles. But it will take time. I think at least until I have, like, you know, substantial piece knitted. So basically when I'm close to the next part, which will be on after row 26, so 27 is already new part and new color, and by that time I should be able to, you know, have it, you know. Right now it's like all twisted all the time. I don't like it, but yeah, that's how it is. And it gets easier, you know, it's easier to knit when I have more in my hands. The first rows are always not my favorite, but and they took quite a while, but now at least it's, you know, interesting part. I can do some pattern, and in about, I don't know, how's it do, 10 rows I will get knops. Yeah, I don't I don't speak that language, so unfortunately I cannot understand or answer. And it's, you know, it's on my phone. The phone is, you know, this is my phone, so can't, you know, Google Translate or something at the same time, so sorry about that. Okay, I will move the stitches. It's bothering me, and I usually pull the needles out so that I don't have any accidents. Have there also, and I also have to, where is it? Oh, here. So here is the cable connector, and stitches will not just go over so I have to manually move them. This is something that is annoying, of course, but until I have, yeah, I don't even know how many stitches will I have just to get rid of this part, but because my cables are the longest that were available, I think without the needles it was 134, something like that. So quite long anyway, but it will take a really long time before I will not use them, because later on I will have also knops and they take a lot of space. So what I'm was asked, what are you making? This is really huge triangle lace shawl, which will be enormous to say the least. So usually when I'm making these shawls, they are around 400 to 500 stitches casted on. I always start with the casted on with the so this is like the half. This is the half and this is the edge. So I start with cha, and this is 5,000. So normal shawl is like around let's say less than 2 meters by around 70-80. This will be close to 10 meters. This way and down it will be like around 5 or something. So it's going to be, no, it's right now I'm just using 2 really long, I have cables and I keep them without the loop because you know, there's like, you see, this is the half and it's not even all of it, so it I would not have a place, you know, to have like a 5 meter, almost 5 meter cable somewhere. So I have like, instead I have 2 really long knitting needles with cables at the you can see it goes like this. Right now I don't need everything, but soon with the knops I will need it. So and yeah, this is the first cable connector, but I have also the second one because I will have some rows where I will have a lot of knops, and so I will need the space. I made some calculations, so I'm hoping it's enough, but I do have more of cable connectors if I will need it. And they were not very expensive, so I can always, you know, even order them, but I think it's, yeah, it is long. My so far I have done only maximum like 1,000 something stitches, and that was already, I still haven't had the chance to block that shawl because it's 4 meters by 2 something, and I just don't have enough of mats. I also don't have the space, so it's been and it's almost half a kilogram in total weight, so this will be like so many times bigger. Now I can try to continue here. I will have to do it on the other side soon also, but right now I can just go. When it will be finished, you mean? This will take me long years before it will be close to finishing. I estimate around 5,000 to 6,000 hours. With my calculation again, it's pulling, so it will take a long time, but I will be, doing lives on YouTube. I always also make a post with the picture of where I am basically, and showing them how many how long time it took and so on. And I also have Instagram and Facebook that I post, so that there will be like a, later you can just see how long and when was that row made, how long it took and everything, because I am documenting it anyway. Yeah, it's a shawl, but not something that anyone could wear, although I don't know, maybe there are somewhere some giants that are like, for them the 10 by 5 meter shawl will be perfect, but not in our world. So I don't even know what I will do with it after it's done, because it will be really big, and it's not like, it can be really easily even put somewhere, but I think I have I have like almost probably 10 years to figure that out, what will happen next. So we will see. Maybe it will end up in some kind of museum, or I don't know, maybe someone wants to buy it. So I have no idea. I'm just focusing on getting it to that point that it will look like a show. But eventually, right now I'm not making any decreases, and there's barely any visible pattern because it's so early, but you can see here those decreases, and here are the so it's so early to even see a pattern, but eventually I will also have decreases, and so then it will be also a lot more interesting to look and also knit. But right now, yeah, this is what I get, and this is the row 7. So, and I have more than 1,200 rows, so it's going to take a while, but I'm I think I can do it, and I will just try to do this as often as possible, even if it's just for sometimes I only have an hour. So I have also knitted for 1 hour and 1.5 hours, so even that will bring me eventually closer to finishing this. So, but yeah, I did calculate it. I don't know if it was like with 6,000 hours or 5,000 hours. So and I calculated if you work if I would knit like a regular 8 hours per day every day, like for 5 hours for 5 days a week, so 160 hours per month basically. And how long then it would take me, and it was around 4 years of full-time knitting without any holidays during the week basically. But at the same time, if I think that if I knit like 1 row a day, which is right now it's around 4 hours. Later it will be a bit more. Then it can be, also done like in few years. But again, it depends how often I have the time to actually do this. And I still want to, work on my other patterns. I have some new patterns that are still unpublished that need my attention. Oh, I missed the mark, so I'm at 3,000. Because the knitting is the fun part, but also putting the pattern together, making everything look nice, photographing and so on, it takes also a little bit of time, and it would be cool to eventually have more than 100 patterns published, although I don't know. I think probably even that 100 is quite crazy. I'm not sure. I haven't checked how much usually or have this kind of patterns, how many have they published, or I actually don't follow what others are doing for a while now, because I don't want to be influenced, even if it's like in some kind of a subconscious level. So I'm just doing my stuff, and if I get some ideas, then usually it's more pure, because it's I don't see what others are designing or knitting with lace especially. So it's how I prefer it. And then I have but it really also depends a lot what is going on in my life, because I don't always get a lot of new ideas, and then I have, and some ideas are just I write them down, but I don't know if I will ever get to them. So we'll see about that, but I do hope I will have more time next year to publish some new patterns that I have, that they are ready, but I just need finish the patterns and photograph and stuff, so, and then they are ready. But that will be definitely for the next year. If you want to see what kind of shawls that I knit and design, Ravelry has the best selection, all of them, more than 100. Also ebook, which is kind of based on my life, so there's like 10 patterns that are inspired by someone or periods of my life, and there's like 10 in total until what was the year? I don't remember the year now. It was 2021, I think. 2021, yeah. So it's basically until that. So my year until I'm 30 or something. And I have a lot of really, it's some patterns are more complicated, some are more simple, some are one color, some have variety of colors, and also have I think like 5 or 6 patterns that are for free. Not all of them are paid patterns, but if you like so yeah, I'm running a sale until the end of the year on Ravelry, which is minus 25% and no coupon code needed. But like I said, it's I do also have some free patterns, which especially my favorite ones are the evergreen trees and the blooming apple tree. It's something really cute in my opinion. Trying to hold my knitting in the frame. Oh, it's not easy to sit today. I think I'm sometimes a bit don't sit straight enough and I get some pain, which is very fun. It's not like I can move around here, and it's everything is really tight in here. So, and I'm afraid that my phone holder, which is, you know, almost broken. So I'm hoping that, I'm trying not to hit it with my elbow or something, so I can just, finish. But I will have to eventually figure some new way, probably buy some kind of other camera for this. So it's so right now I have to use my phone, and which means I also am not available if there's anything, and I also I'm more restricted. I think with other camera I could put it somehow better, because right now I have like I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 centimeters, probably 30, so it's not a lot of space and not always very comfortable here. But I didn't want to hold or wait for the like perfect conditions. I thought it's always better to just start, and as you go, figure out what needs to be improved, how something can be done better or more comfortable. And so, because right now, even if I sometimes take the break, it's not very easy to get out of this little corner, but I think I will eventually figure something out, how this can be done more easily. But yeah, that's how it is now. So again at 100. I will get soon notification, probably, I don't know, that I don't know how many lives ago was that I got enough notification that basically, since my subscriber count is still pretty low, I have like a limit of viewers that can view my live. So but with my last live, which was 2 days ago, I did finally get more than 100 subscribers, which I know it seems like it's nothing, but before I started with my lives I had 53. Now it's 103, so it's still nice that people find me and are interested in what I'm doing, so, and they are following. So, and eventually I will get to maybe even 500 and 1,000, and I'm sure it's not going to be millions. It's not that kind of content to have millions, but no, even few thousand will be really nice, because I know it's uh, on every platform. A platform is different with subscriber count. So, and YouTube is definitely not the easy one. There is where you can get the subscribers. So yeah, I'm always really thankful. After I finish my live, then I get like this, summary of my live, and it's always so nice to see that. Again, I got some new subscribers, and it's been happening now every live, so it's really nice that people are interested and want to follow this crazy journey. Because it most definitely is a crazy journey. Nobody who in the right mind will just like, yeah, okay, I have like too much time, let's make a really enormous, unpractical, unwearable lace stuff. Yeah, it's not, it's not like changing world or making life better for someone or something. So it's like I'm just doing it because I'm crazy, probably. And what also kind of inspired me, usually those like world's largest blanket or something, they are all been like group projects, so that everyone makes a piece and then they put it together, and then it's like, I think the blanket was sewn together temporarily, and then all the blankets basically were like donated or something. So when it's like a lot of people, but this is going to be only me, and I think that makes it a more challenging, probably. But also that's not something that can be knitted by like a group of people. Still only one person can knit it at a time, and and then everyone knits differently and has different tension, so it would not look very nice anyway. So, and that's also the reason why I'm doing live, so everyone can see that from the first stitch until the last, it's always been me and my tiny hands knitting away on this enormous project. And it would not be my phone memory is always full, basically. So even if I would want to just film, I usually have like maybe half an hour, and now I have even less because I made some videos of the shawls yesterday. But I think maximum that I've seen that I have space for is like half an hour, and if I'm knitting for several hours, it's just it would be a nightmare. So live is kind of the easiest way. You just put it on, knit, sometimes I talk for hours, and then I just publish, and it takes a bit of time to process it. You have to process it, but usually next day it's on my page for everyone to see. So it's kind of like a easier way, and it's of course also more interesting that I can interact with some of you. I didn't know that knitting lives are something that people actually, watch. And recently I found out that, yeah, people actually, they go on YouTube and, they watch some knitting lives or crocheting and stuff. Uh, but I think it might be, more of a YouTube thing. So I don't think that other streaming platforms might not be as popular in this categories. But YouTube is, I think the YouTube will have the broadest audience, so from every age, and so here it's, and I think YouTube is more, like popular with all demographics compared to Twitch or Kick or something. Those are more probably for young people. I haven't checked the statistics, but my guess is still that, YouTube has been here for a long time, and more people definitely know what YouTube is and use it more. So and yeah, and I have been posting not a lot of videos, but I do hope to, post more in the future. One video is still waiting for the editing before I can publish it, and so that my YouTube would not be only full of the live videos, but only to show maybe some of my patterns or how to do this or that, because I do think it would, I would like to share what I've learned over the long years that I've been knitting, and so that, other people can also enjoy knitting lace and have the resources, kind of place where they can just watch a video and make also some amazing lace work. I think I will have to. Yep. So I will move my other part, stitches on my other needle also. It's getting tight, and now I have to release this. I'm getting close to 3500. So I usually move around 1000 stitches, then it's enough space for now, but later I will have to move, of course, more. So yeah, this is the fun stuff. Yeah. First 500 is done. Then we'll move more. I think I can. No, not with one hand, but yeah, I will just show you that this is. Here you can see the row number, and I'm knitting until, as you can see, 25 is this, 26 will be purl row, and this yarn over row with yarn over will be already with the next color. So I am really waiting for the knobs, but yeah, it will you know, as you can see, it will take a little bit of time before I can get there, but I am a bit hopeful that if I, you know, if my body allows it, then maybe in January I can get to the NUPS, and maybe, you know, yeah, since it's such a big project, I have these mini goals, and my first mini goal is to get to the NUPS, and then the first change of color next will be this beautiful light icy light blue shade. Since it's a piece of icy Arctic lace, so I'm using the same color as the pattern that was released, and I used light blue for that, so that's why I chose that color. Yeah, now I will push everything to that cable connector. And I will have some space again. Okay, now I can continue. Yeah, the stitch managing is the most annoying part. I would say it would be nice just to knit and knit and knit and not worry about the cable connectors and moving stitches and stuff, but yeah, this is part of the journey basically, so nothing I can do about it. Just wait until I have less stitches on my needles, and then it will be, you know, easier. But at the same time, then, you know, if I have like, I cannot even show you, but it's like, you know, if I have like a few parts knitted, and by parts, and like I have, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3. So part 3 is until 152 rows, you know, and then it will be, you know, substantial already. And how I will, you know, manage having those really big pieces, especially when I will be on part 6, 7, where most of the shawl is already done, and most of the big shawl is somehow on me or next to me. So it will be, because right now, yeah, it's like, you know, it's nothing, but then if I have like, yeah, I don't even know how long it will be eventually, because there will be a lot. But yeah, there are some things that I will have to figure out basically when I get to that point, because right now I'm also just using them. I have like salad bowls, but eventually I will have to get those really big storage boxes, and so that one needle starts from one storage box and the other one goes into the next one. So, and yeah, yeah, at first they will not be very big, but eventually they will have to be something, you know, bigger, because it will take a lot of, I know how much half a kilo is, the 1000 stitch shawl, but uh, this is like 5 times bigger, and it's not like it will be 5 times, you know, the weight and the size. The mathematics go extra with that, so it will be enormous. You know, even that was, you know, really big when I was knitting it, although I was only using the 80 centimeter cables. 80 centimeters will be with the knitting needles. I could barely fit, but I did fit, so and now I have like two by 136 something, I think. Or no, or do I have 3? No, I bought 6 cables, so I think I have like 3 and 3 cables in each side. Oh, and I'm here. Hi. Oh, I'm getting pain. I'm hoping to finish soon, but I don't think I will finish soon because it's getting a bit painful for me to sit. So that's what I'm also worried about, that I will not have soon, won't be able to knit for a while, just because it's, you know, painful to sit in this position for an hour and stuff. But maybe, I don't know, I'm just trying to take one day at a time basically with this, so that, because I don't know for sure how it will be and stuff, so I'm just focusing more on what is now and how I feel now. And now it's not great, but I will try to get it done quicker, so then I can stretch myself. Yeah. And I've knitted for like 8 and 10 hours. Of course, it's never straight. You have breaks, like moving around, making, you know, eating, cooking something, whatever. But I have knitted for like hours and hours. But now my condition is a bit different, so even that is right now difficult. First time seeing like that. This is going to be triangle shawl. I think I should probably, I don't think I have, let me see. Oh, okay, I will so let me put the clock on the stop. 13:09. Just a second, I will show you. I'll find down the. It almost seems like I should have like printed out photos and stuff that you know, it would be easy to show. I will do this one. How can I do it full page, full screen? Okay. Of course, the okay, like this. Maybe it's not very blurry. Oh, okay. It's to rotate. Yes. So basically, this is, as you can see, it's half of it. This is what I usually do, and right now, because this is 400 something stitches, I don't even know from my head. Yeah, this is 400. And now this one that I'm making, this is 5,000 stitches. So this is like 165, and so 165 is this, and this is 73, and the one that I'm making will be, I don't know, close to 10 and 5 meters. So it's something like really big. How what do you mean about the flower? Maybe I also missed something that you wrote there, because it's I wasn't I don't know if I can move. Oh, yeah, show me. Yeah, I have some. I also have some knitting on my, but it's up. It's not easy place to show. I have the. I have the. Oh, so 13, 12. I have one heart motif from my shawl tattooed, and also it's a funny word to even pronounce, moths. So the night butterflies, whatever. So I have those two motifs that are tattooed, but it's not in a place it easily showable. But yeah, I have some view, and also on my hands. I have done so many, so it's, for me it's of course it also depends on the placement, but and how long it takes, because longer someone is poking at you, skin gets really sensitive at one point. So one full day of tattooing can be quite painful, but these small ones, they don't take a lot of time, so they are not that bad. So yeah, but it's also something that I like. So right now it's Finland, but I'm from Estonia, and that's why I'm also doing this Estonian lace, because I've seen it from when I was younger. We had, back then we had the forums and stuff, so I was exposed to Estonian lace, and of course also the other traditional Estonian knitting, but lace was something that I liked. So, and I've been knitting that for by now more than half of my life. So not very old by my hands, so I don't think it's relevant per se, but yeah, a couple decades already, so not too old, not too young. I do feel old sometimes when I get the pain and stuff, but yeah, it's we all have that, so that's quite, I think, normal probably. Yeah, I'm in my 30s, so I do feel like I'm losing my voice already, because I've been talking for 1 hour, and maybe if my husband is very kind, he will give me a drink. No, he says he's not kind today. Because I think I should have a sip of drink or something, but I forgot to take it, and I feel like I'm losing my voice already, but I don't know how it sounds in the video, so it's not like I can hear myself from there. Oh yes, I have some drink now, and I'm also not rewatching those videos, because they are uh, uh, to what friend? So yeah, and since my lives have been, for hours, so you usually don't watch them myself too. Uh, I think most people don't like their own voices anyway, and some lives I'm talking for like an hour plus straight. Sometimes I talk a little bit here and there, and so it's not like it's a very fun thing to watch anyway, also for other people, but certainly not for me since I've lived that for a couple of hours. So I think there's a lot of I think there are tutorials on how to what can you do, what is possible to do and stuff on YouTube. uh, and it's not my, even I don't know everything, what and how, but there are usually good tutorials and stuff to figure out how and what. Still have like, what is it? Yeah, more than 1,000. So each color is 500. But it's moving along. Maybe I should try some kind of other position. Probably the biggest thing that has to be figured out is the phone or the camera, that how it is placed, because if I could place it somehow differently, I could be more in this relaxed position. Right now I'm more upright, pillow behind my back, so I'm yeah, I'm always tired recently. So that's it's never fun to be tired, and that's why some days I cannot come and make lives, because especially with boring rows, and now at least I have a pattern. But when I have like purling rows, one time I had to really try to not fall asleep because I was tired and it was so boring. So I usually try to knit when I have more energy and don't feel so tired. But sometimes you know I'm not sure what you're talking about, and since it's not related to knitting, then I would prefer to focus on this so I can finish it more quickly and have a break, because I already think that I don't know if I can make. I have at least more than half an hour left, and I'm not even sure if I can finish that, so try to get it done. Bye. So I think I will just mute myself for a while, put something on to watch, so that I can maybe somehow survive all this. I have like 1,000 and 1, 2, 3, 400, no, 200 something. So maybe I can really quick. I know this row is taking me longer than, not the row, but this half of the row is taking me longer than the previous one, so I want to push a bit that I can just finish it and not leave this 1,000 stitches for the next time. I want to be able to make it, and that's it. Hi, and this is, I think you can see it. It's, yeah, not in English, but merino 100%. You see yardage, 100 grams is 1500, and it comes like this. This is from Italy. You're welcome. Okay, so I'm almost finished. Whew. Tough one. Need to figure out how to get more in better position so I'm not sitting so straight up and under pressure. Let's finish this. Yep, this is the last. So okay, and done. Wow. So and then here, oh, let's clock out. 14:10. Oh, so like always, thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, everything. If you want to see my other work, check out my Ravelry. It has the biggest collection, more than 100 patterns, plus also the ebook. I have a sale until the end of the year, -25 without coupon code, so just add to cart and that's it. And there are also free patterns, so I have the list right at the beginning of the page of the free patterns. I suggest checking out evergreen trees and also blooming tree apple. Those are my favorite ones from the free selection. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'm very blessed that people find it interesting enough to, watch my very fun stuff. Very exciting lace knitting. So yeah, this is going to be it for today. Probably last. This is the last live this year, so I wish you the I think happy new year I will have to wish when we come back. But hope you have a nice end of the year. Do some fun stuff, spend the time with people you care about, family, friends, whoever, or so yeah, see you next year. Bye bye.